we have been here, the voice of the environment. Here, speaking up and for your national parks, all across the islands of this nation, the places God visits for vacation, spanning over 2.5 million acres of land and sea. How delighted then he must be to see a sea of pink, as flamingos mingle and haven like jingles play where queen counts still sleep. And if you listen, you can hear it. The words of gossiping parrots awaiting the diction of the day, all 365 of them, that's every day and every year, 15,000 children share in the beauty of this playground. Our name is yours. And we have been yours for years unnoticed. Don't forget us. Support us. Your national parks, the defenders of your environment. Join us. Remember, our cause is yours. The first land and sea park in the world is yours. Heritage. Here it is. When was the last time you gasped at our scenery, gotten lost in the depth of our reefs, or even awed at the green of the leaves of our trees? Don't hesitate to donate and volunteer. Don't hesitate to care. We are here for you. The Bahamas National Trust, BNT. 3 letters that spell out simply, perfectly, and undoubtedly that we are yours.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices?
Yes.
And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
By giving unconditionally, not expecting anything in return, I thought was a wonderful way of showing this love. And I believe that it is love that truly draws people. And so I thought we could cover a lot more people by feeding. Volunteers, you know, they have truly been sold.
My passion is to help, and I thank God for what I can do through the help of Bahamas Feeding Network.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal? At the check-in counter? At security checkpoints? Or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
Today as a country, we find ourselves faced with many challenges. Conflict and retaliatory behaviors have recently become more prevalent. But in spite of this, thankfully, we have so many Bahamians who still believe in loving their neighbor and community building. This government strongly believes in and supports community building. Our inner city programs and facilities provide a variety of educational, social, and creative response systems, all in an effort to enroll and allow opportunities for positive engagement. To encourage this, we're committed to providing safe spaces in community centers.
Greetings, I'm Donovan Rowe, Center Manager for the Fox Hill Community Center, and I'm inviting you to come on down.
We call it Fox Hill. The history is rich. The culture is vibrant. The children have something to smile about. Fox Hill is a community, and communities need havens. Finally, in the heart of Fox Hill, there is one.
I think these centers are needed because it's a safe space. It's a place where you can come and meet some people you haven't met before. I reference the seniors. It's a safe meeting space. Urban Renewal use the place. So it's a place where community can be strengthened. It's a place where individuals who haven't seen each other a while could come. It's a place where people in the community can give back to others in the community. There's a saying that we're going to plant the seed for a tree for the shade we're not sitting. So this is a place where you can give back because someone gave back to you. This is a place where you could learn and understand that this is where I can be myself, and this is a place where I can foster the best there is in me, foster the best there is in community. The program is multifaceted. We deal for the whole gambit from 8 to 80. Oftentimes when they have a community center, just think people focus on the kids or the children just after school. So there are various things going on, whether it's bond, whether it's homework help, whether it's resume writing, job readiness programs. We have senior fitness. We have bingos for the seniors. We have different things going on, meeting rooms for different organizations. So we here at the Fox Hill Community Center is a volunteer-based programs that we need. So we need people to come in who are willing to offer their time and services, manpower, whether it's teaching kids how to.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the government standing firm on its demand letter to the Grand Bahama Port Authority, but the port adamant on putting up a fight. Also, a total lunar eclipse capturing the attention of the world, Grand Bahama residents react. And brush fire season already impacting a number of residential areas.
The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This
is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Azure Quant. We do apologize for this late start. Topping news this evening, Progressive Liberal Party supporters gathering at the PLP headquarters on Grand Bahama over the weekend as Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis sheds light on the ongoing saga between the government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority. All of this unfolding just days after the government delivered a letter to the GBPA demanding $357 million, citing obligations unmet and promises unfulfilled. Here's that report.
We deserve an inclusive economy that generates opportunity, dignity, and security. You deserve what is owed to you under that Hostile Creek Agreement.
It was standing room only at the Progressive Liberal Party's meeting as members heard firsthand from party leader and Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis on the recent demand letter to the Grand Bahama Port Authority. The letter reportedly calling for $357 million worth of reimbursements owed to the government over the last 5 fiscal years. The local media asked to leave the meeting, however, ZNS News obtaining an audio of the Prime Minister's address. According to PM Davis, on the 26th of March, the Grand Bahama Port Authority was sent a detailed account prepared by PricewaterhouseCoopers, a respected international firm. PM Davis emphasizing that the Port Authority is obligated under the Hawksbill Creek Agreement to remit this reimbursement within 30 days of the audit's presentation.
If they should fail to do so, then we have the right immediately to begin arbitration proceedings to collect our money.
However, during the private meeting, the Prime Minister expressing disappointment, noting that the Port Authority has not fulfilled its obligations to foster the economic growth of Freeport. PM Davis highlighting instances where the government had to intervene due to the port's failures.
It is intolerable to ask the Bahamian people, to ask you to continue subsidizing profits of private persons so they can declare dividends. It is intolerable that the port is not meeting critical infrastructure and development obligations. You heard the Minister of Health talking about also. It is intolerable to let the status quo continue.
Despite asserting a strong legal position, PM Davis acknowledges that the road ahead would be challenging.
None of this is personal. Nor were any decisions made in haste. Let me just say, we had many, many meetings and exchanges before we arrive at this point. There's just been too many delays and too many dead ends.
The nation's leader wrapping up his address expressing his firm belief in the promise of Grand Bahama and its people, reiterating his determination to make those promises a reality. Meanwhile, the Grand Bahama Port Authority issuing the following statement in part today. The Grand Bahama Port Authority does not agree that it owes the sum of $357 million as claimed by the government of the Bahamas. We reject and will robustly defend against this claim, which we firmly believe will be defeated. The city of Freeport, our licensees, and the people of Grand Bahama can rest assured that the Port Authority is determined to do everything in its power to protect our mutual interests. In the 70 years of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement, through 6 government administrations, no claim of this kind has ever been brought against the Port Authority. And for very good reason. As such, we believe it is important that the public understands why this is happening. This claim came on the heels of a recent proposal by government to purchase the whole port group, which owns the Port Authority, from its current shareholders at a considerable discount. A proposal that was carefully considered in good faith, but ultimately declined. Having been disappointed in its attempt to purchase the port group outright, it appears the government is attempting to force its desired outcome by other means. This unfortunate turn of events will no doubt prove hugely damaging to the economy of Freeport and devastating to investor confidence in Grand Bahama and the Bahamas as a whole. It comes just as Grand Bahama is on the cusp of a resurgence with $2 billion in new investment already being developed. the vast majority brought to the island by the Port Authority, making it the fastest growing economy in the Bahamas. The statement adds the Port Authority and its licensees and the residents of the port area collectively already paid the government in taxes more than $200 million annually. This is far more than the central government has ever invested in Freeport in a single year. Meanwhile, the statement reads that the Port Authority has been systematically handcuffed by central government policies and legislation over decades that prevent the Port Authority from being the one-stop shop that the Hawkesbury Creek Agreement intended, and which other international free port areas around the world enjoy. Now, of course, we will have more on the Grand Bahama Port Authority's statement in tomorrow evening's newscast. Well, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, responding to the port's statement, Jolanda Thompson-Everest, has more in this report.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, not mincing words regarding a local report on the Grand Bahama Port Authority's stance to the government's demand letter. But he says that the matter is pretty simple, and all that the government is saying is pay me what you owe me.
We are on a simple point. Do you owe us for services which are provided by the government to the city? If the answer is yes, here is the bill.
Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, taking exception to the Grand Bahama Port Authority's response in a local daily, as it promises to defend itself and its owners against such a demand by government for over $300 million for services rendered. The local daily also reporting that the port's stance is that Freeport's $200 million annual tax revenues far exceed what the government invests in the city. Mitchell says one has nothing to do with the other.
They're comparing apples with oranges. This is about a claim for the services provided to the city. It's not about taxes, and this is not about investment. Right now, if they want to talk about investments, it's going to take $250 million to put that airport back together, which they walked away from. It's going to take another $200 million to build a new hospital, which they walked away from. So, I mean, let's not get into that. And tax revenue. This is about, they signed a deal in 1955 or the subsequent deals in 1960 to say that they would reimburse the government for the services provided by the government to the city.
He says once the demand letter became public, the nation's leader traveled to Grand Bahama to meet with local stakeholders, the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, and party supporters.
That the people who were there represented those who were largely involved in the passage of the 1916 Act, where the tax exemptions are important to them. So big players in the city. Some people have now tried to characterize this as sort of political, but it's not political.
But he adds that a public spat could have been avoided.
And it's interesting that they've chosen to go public with this fight, rather than simply have their lawyers look at the bill and say, okay, we don't think that this is something that's owed, or we do think that it's owed, and can we sue for terms? Either we pay in installments or we don't pay or whatever it is. But they've immediately gone to no and said, we ain't paying a penny. We don't owe you nothing.
He says that the government's demand letter is in the best interest of Grand Bahamians and believes that everyone, regardless of political persuasion, should agree.
The language that was used in this press release was insulting, condescending, injudicious, should not have been used. And I know that their predecessors in title would never have entered into a public spat in this way with the Bahamas government.
Now, while the government is saying that if the funds are not paid after the 30 days to the issuance of the demand letter, the matter will have to move to arbitration. However, according to the local daily, the port is optimistic that the government will be defeated in the arbitration and in the court systems. Well, Aja, there's only 26 days left for the port to pay up. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Thank you for that report, Jolanda. Well, in other news, as brush fire season ignites, residents on the island recount the impact of the flames, while a police fire chief assures the community proactive measures taken to contain the blaze. Raven Davis reports.
As plumes of smoke billow into the sky and flames devour acres of land, there is no doubt that temperatures are rising. Still, residents in the surrounding vicinity, though, lamenting that it's a familiar scene and they're voicing their concerns.
We coughed all night with the windows closed and the ACs on. My husband has throat cancer, so him up coughing, I'm coughing.
Well, it was difficult sleeping last night because there was a lot of smoke in the air, and then also residue from the burnt embers or embers were all over the place. And then my mind went back on fires that have occurred in this area in the past.
It kind of get the whole house stinking, the clothes and stuff. So, I try. Right now I got to go downtown to buy some stuff to spray out.
Fire Chief Superintendent Eli Arisker highlights a notable surge in forest fires since last Saturday, with firefighters engaged in battling 7 large fires.
As the weather has passed, the brush fire season has now come upon us. And we've seen throughout the entire island, from the east as far as McLeanstown and west to 8 Mile Rock and the western area, where we have a lot of brush fires and forest fires at this time going on. We've completely extinguished roughly about 5 of them. We have one in the Sherwood Forest area that's now we're still engaged, presently engaged, and we have another one in the eastern area near Statoil that we are also engaged in at this time.
But even amidst bushfire season, he says individuals have indiscriminately ignited fires, exacerbating the situation.
We want to advise persons that it is against the law to indiscriminately light fires here on the island and throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And once we find those persons who are doing those things, and we will prosecute them to the full extent of the law.
Despite most residents being fire conscious, he advises taking additional precautions to allay concerns.
If you live in the forest area or you in an area that's prone to a lot of fires, we ask you to try to cut back at least a 30-foot perimeter around your home. If you have old wood or shed, you want to make sure clear those debris along your fence in case there's any incoming fire that may approach your yard, and just to keep your entire property safe.
Now, bushfires happen throughout the year, but Arisker says the onset of the rainy season in June and July provides significant relief. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns after this break.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority proudly presents Show Me Emotion, a 3-day celebration of Grand Bahamian art and artists, April 12th through the 14th, starting at the Port Lacaya Marketplace. Weekend all-access tickets are $100. Gallery admission is free to the public. Georgia's School of Dance and Theater presents Imagination of a Showman, April 12th, 13th, 14th, 20th, and 21st at the Regency Theater. Tickets $35 in advance, $40 at the door. Good news, A&M Professional Lawn Care, situated in Nassau East, is now branching into Freeport. For all your lawn care services, residential and commercial, landscape design, tree cutting, window cleaning, painting, or truck for hire. Call 445-4157.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
Hey, people keep on asking me, Sawyer, when the next big event, man? I'm going to go to a bar-breaking straight concert. And I say, hey, say last road show on 27, 28, and 29. Come go with me. Turks and Caicos Island for best of the best. That's what it named. Listen, we get 3 days. The first day, it's all about the People's Rush, but we get Junkanoo from Turks and Caicos, and we get Junkanoo from the Bahamas. Day 2, pre-party. DJs could be out there getting you all prepared for day 3. The big concert. Now listen to this lineup. Turks and Caicos, we get Sprite, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Barbara Johnson. We get the Provision Band. And Bahamas side, listen to this lineup, y'all. Elon Moxie, Sweet Emily, KB, D-Mark, Nishi Ellis, Veronica Bishop, Gino D, Arby, Stevie S. Listen, Shad calling the VIPs too. Woo! It could be a party. It's hosted by Huntley Forbes and it's hosted by me. Sawyer boy, you don't want to miss this. June 27, 28, and 29. See all the information right there? Y'all come go with me. Best of the best. Turks and Caicos. That's it. That's it.
Occult Holiness Ministries, Agape House, a place of love, invites you to Gathering of the Saints 2024 under the theme Regal Glory, April 10th to 14th, with guest speakers Apostle Gilbert Roll of Gateway Outreach Ministries, Bimini, Apostle Dr. Denise Johnson of International Prayer and Intercessory Ministry, Nassau, Apostle Andre Farquharson, Apostle Daphne Romer, and our host, Apostles Tony and Ann Grant. There will be nightly services April 10th through 12th, beginning at 7 p.m. Day sessions April 13th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And our closeout service April 14th at 9 a.m. Don't miss Gathering of the Saints 2024, April 10th to 14th at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24, Pioneers Loop.
Questions for Grand Bahama.
Welcome back. And now it's time for your Monday's Health is Wealth Check, sponsored by Lucayan Family and Concierge Services.
Colorectal cancers are the third most common cancer among men and women in the U.S. and Caribbean. Persons with a family history of colon cancer, a personal history of inflammatory bowel disease or polyps, are at greater risk of developing this cancer. However, as we age, our risk also increases. Lifestyle habits also may increase the risk of colorectal cancers, such as lack of regular exercise, a diet low in fiber, high in fat, or high in processed meat, being overweight and obese, consuming alcohol and tobacco. If you may be at risk of colorectal cancer or age 45 years or older, ask your doctor about screening options. High sensitivity fecal occult blood testing can be done at your next physical, or you can get a referral for a colonoscopy. I'm Nurse Thorell Smith urging you to have good colon health, as your health is your wealth.
This spring at Island Bedding and Furniture, the Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Georgia's School of Dance and Theater presents Imagination of a Showman, April 12th, 13th, 14th, 20th, and 21st at the Regency Theater. Tickets $35 in advance, $40 at the door.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Flamingo Air. How may I assist?
Service adjourned reporting call for all passengers checked in on Flamingo Air Flight 490. Cleared flight service into Marsh Harbor.
Flamingo Air, committed to safety and service.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucayan, your NFL headquarters through the season leading up to the ultimate Super Bowl party. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, now open 7 days a week, Monday to Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to midnight, with special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also Karaoke Friday, and on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, it's happy hour drinks and food specials at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, located at Grand Lucayan. Yes, the magic has returned to Freeport at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
It's the Come Go With Me
ultimate destination for all your office and lifestyle needs. From top quality furniture to essential office supplies, copy paper, ink, and school essentials, we've got you covered. Visit our cafe for delicious coffee, Bahamian patties, hot dogs, nachos, and more. Our business center offers copies, emails, scans, prints, business cards, and even assistance with event programs and drawings. Trust our reliable Western Union service for sending money worldwide. Don't forget the balloons for that extra touch of magic for your celebration. Check out our range of printers and electronics for all your tech needs. Visit Bellevue Business Depot today, your one-stop shop for all your needs and more. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant, but don't go anywhere. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, Saunders suspected slayers charged and jailed. Major human smuggling thwarted, Labor's digital upgrade, and in sports, from the Green to the Hall of Fame. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight, 2 men are behind bars in connection with their alleged involvement in the shooting death of a former parliamentarian. Devontae Hanna among those in a Nassau Street court as the high-profile, emotionally charged incident took another turn. Devontae?
Well, Kushla, you are absolutely correct. 2 men, 25-year-old Jake Ochute and 23-year-old Carson Nixon are behind bars tonight after being charged with the murder of former MP Don Saunders. Both men were denied bail by Chief Magistrate Roberto Rackley and were not required to enter a plea on count 1 of murder, count 2 of armed robbery, and count 3 of attempted murder, attempted robbery, that is. The defense, though, questioning count 2 of attempted armed robbery, in which it is alleged that both men were robbed, and rather they robbed Rags Bar of a mere $650, arguing that there is no virtual complaining which is required in this incident. Defense also argued that there were no witnesses other than officers and a doctor. Now, back on March 27th, Don Saunders was murdered near a bar in Gambia Village after an armed robbery turned bad, in which police say about 8 to 10 people were present for. Now, today, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando gave us an update on new details in the incident. Check it out.
Based on our investigation, we have recovered the vehicle that was used in the commission of the offense. That vehicle was located over the weekend. And everything is coming together with respect to the footage, good detective work, and good communication with members of the public. We were able to bring speedy closure to this matter.
Now, as those investigations continued in court today, defense also alleged that Chute was unlawfully assaulted while in police custody in an attempt to get a record interview. The attorney also asked for both suspects to be medically evaluated, to which the magistrate obliged. Now, the suspects will return to court for the service of a voluntary bill of indictment on May 30th. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna. Back to you, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Devontae. Meantime, investigations continue into that Easter Monday shooting of 6 people, 5 men and a boy in the Peardale area. The victims were reportedly standing in front of a business when a small silver vehicle pulled up. Police say 2 gunmen exited the vehicle and opened fire. At last report, the victims, ranging from 16 to 44 years old, were all said to be in stable condition.
We have 2 individuals in custody. We're looking for 2 others with respect to this matter. You saw the footage. You saw what happened. Vehicle pulled up. 2 males exit the rear passenger seat. There was 2 others in the vehicle. One was the driver and one was in the front passenger seat. We have 2 adult males. They are assisting police at this time. We recovered one of the weapons used in the commission of that offense.
In other news this evening, the processing of those 257 Haitian nationals Defense Force Marines seized is underway in the southern Bahamas. This after what turned out to be a major human smuggling operation that was thwarted when the 218 men and 39 women were found 20 nautical miles east of Little Inagua by the U.S. Coast Guard Saturday afternoon. This latest apprehension proves the success of the Defense Force's blockade of Haitian migrants mounted nearly 2 months ago and is said to be yielding huge dividends not only for the Bahamas, but the region. The Defense Force's Commander of Operations is Senior Commander William Stirrup.
The migrants were assessed and appeared to be in good health. They were eventually taken to Matthew Town, Inagua, to our temporary holding facility. When the necessary approvals are given for the repatriation of the migrants to Haiti, the RBDF, along with immigration officials, will commence the return of the migrants to their homeland.
Meantime, Bahamas Chargé d'Affaires in Haiti, Captain Godfrey Rowe, knows all too well the chaos on the ground in Haiti. He shared in a recent interview with us just how perplexed Haitians are about their dire situation.
The push factor now in Haiti is very, very strong. You know, everybody wants a safe life, want to be able to live. And the situation in Haiti now causing people who might have ordinarily stayed to want to get out. And that's going to be something that the Bahamas will face for as long as Haiti remains unstable.
Well, still on Haiti, it's a long road to stability, but Haiti's leaders have at least finalized an agreement for that country's 9-member, 22-month transitional government charged with paving the way for elections to take place there. This, of course, following the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry amid mounting pressure and increasing violence on that island. Now, according to a Miami Herald article, the council's first order of business will be to name a new PM. Nominations for that top spot will be limited to 15 people. Candidates must also have been born in Haiti, have residence in the country, and commit to residing there throughout the mandate. Additional requirements include having excellent community skills and mastering the art of negotiation. The accord was sent to CARICOM late Sunday. The plan was to also have it forwarded to Henry, who remains locked out of Haiti. Now, the ultimate goals for the swearing in of a new Haitian president in 2 years, that timeline's set at February 7th, 2026. Still to come, Chinese ambassador leaves office. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed, any moment can be a KFC moment.
This government strongly believes in and supports community building. Our inner city programs and facilities provide a variety of educational, social, and creative response systems, all in an effort to enroll and allow opportunities for positive engagement. To encourage this, we're committed to providing safe spaces in community centers.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kwaku Street Youth and Community Center. The health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. If you want to distract younger persons from getting involved in negative things, crime and violence, etc., you've got to keep them positively occupied. Kwaku Street Community Center is the place for you to send your children and your family members. Come and check the place out, man. We want to build the Bahamas and make it a better place.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Get ready for an unforgettable weekend at Agri Expo 2024. It all goes down on April 12th and 13th at Gladstone Road Farmers Market. Bring the whole family for a farm-tastic experience. Meet local farmers, artisans, and savor delicious food. From competitions to forums and activities for the kids. There's something for everyone. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just curious about where your food comes from, there's something for everyone at the Agri Expo. It's something you don't want to miss. See you there.
Now, this is a tale all about how the Paint Place Easter sale went down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you all about the colors and beauty we got here. In the Bahamas, born and raised, it's a country where amazing colors prevail. From sunrise pasta to sunset schemes, become an artist or paint the house of your dreams. You want amazing paint to get the job done right? With brushes and rollers that make work a delight? Then join us this Easter under the sun at the Paint Place where we have all of the fun.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together. With a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life.
Modern technology is key to tackling new crimes, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force is determined not to be left behind. That said, the RBPF this morning launched a technology expo focusing on innovation in public safety. Carla Palmer tells us more.
With 37 murders on record for the year and a solvency rate of 73%, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando is pleased with his team's successful performance thus far, acknowledging that good policing continues to be aided by access to the most modern and sophisticated technology. And in what perhaps could also be perceived as a means to allay the fear of crime, the police sought to showcase their strength and arsenal of weapons that are employed in the crime fight to enhance public safety and security.
We fully adopt the government's mandate to leverage technology in the protection and the prevention of crime. Notably, we are in the process of expanding capacity of our CCTV technology to include artificial intelligence. We are also partnering with business owners and residents through our Fuses technology to gain access to surveillance footage in the fight against crime.
The Technology Expo is divided into 5 zones. Zone 1 for the fleet of vehicles, Zone 2 Visual Technology, Zone 3 Tech Hub, Zone 4 International Partners and Vendors, and Zone 5 Real Crime Time Center and Digital Forensics. With the Axum body-worn cameras, CCTV, drones, digital forensics apparatus, and other cutting-edge surveillance tools, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis believes the expo is a signal that demonstrates the lengths the government will go to seek justice and to make the Bahamas safe for all.
We are committed to public safety, and we will use every tool at our disposal to combat crime. The recent amendments to the Bail Act and the upcoming anti-gang legislation are just the beginning. We are moving forward aggressively with our plans to make our criminal courts more efficient, to secure justice for victims and survivors of crime. These efforts signal our determination to create a zero-tolerance environment for criminality, ensuring that those who break the law will meet the swift and stringent consequences.
A commemorative coin and tumbler were also released to mark the historic occasion. While walk-ins to the 3-day expo will be accommodated, the public is still being asked to register in advance by downloading the QR code on their social media platforms to schedule a specific time to visit. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Well, the government's not backing down from its request for the Grand Bahama Port Authority to cough up the nearly $360 million in fees it owes under the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. According to the Prime Minister, a detailed accounting puts the figure at $357 million for the financial years 2018 to 2022. Now, having met with GBPA executives 2 years ago to address the issue, the authority has now been given written notification and 30 days to pay up.
There is an obligation for reimbursables under that act. Now, it's noteworthy that in their press statement that they indicated that for the last 70 plus years, no other administration has sought to recoup reimbursables. And they also indicated that that was for good reasons. Well, I think that statement in itself acknowledges that there are reimbursables to be had. It acknowledges that not before now has a request been made for the reimbursable to be paid. Well, it has been made. And whatever good reasons other administrations would have had not to seek it, do not obtain today.
The cost to renovate and repair the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium could balloon from $28 to about $36 million, according to Chinese Ambassador Excellency Dai Qingli. Her Excellency adding that works should be completed in about 2 weeks, just in time for the Bahamas to host the World Relays.
Even though of the project, the Bahamian people will get a fully renewed and modern, world-class stadium. Yeah, because everything is going to be either, renewed or repaired or replaced. So the trusses, the rooftops, the seats, the lawn, the scoreboard, LED display, and all the electrical and equipment. But it's a collaboration between the two sides.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis expressing gratitude for the renovation and repair work, which he deems a symbol of sportsmanship and unity between the two countries.
In December 2023, our shared vision took shape as the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and the government of the People's Republic of China inked an implementation agreement for the renovation of the stadium. This gesture of goodwill and friendship from the Chinese government to undertake the China Aid Maintenance and Renovation Project of our national stadium stands as a testament to the strong bonds that unite our countries. This project, executed by China Urban Construction Research Institute Company Limited and China Machinery Industry Construction Group Company Limited, reflects our shared commitment to excellence, innovation, and mutual development.
Come Wednesday, the Chinese ambassador to the Bahamas will say farewell as she prepares to return home to continue her career path. At today's ceremony for the formalization of the National Stadium's renovation and maintenance project, Her Excellency Dai Qingling thanked Bahamians for making her stay here a memorable one. She also reflected on some of her accomplishments during her tenure.
When I set out on this journey with the Bahamian colleagues, I wanted to bring closer our two countries in political area, in economics, trade, and cooperation in many other areas. And especially, I wanted to bring our two peoples closer together. I tried my best. I accomplished some progress with the support of Bahamian colleagues and society. But I wouldn't say I have been able to do whatever I wanted to do, but I have no complaints. I really leave with the satisfaction that I've tried my best to fulfill my duties.
The Department of Labor is seeking to enhance its digital accessibility and efficiency with the launch of 4 online services through the My Gateway website. My Gateway is the government's online portal for customers to use a wide range of services in a more convenient manner. Today, the Department of Labor announced that essential services like trade union registration, license transfers, document access, and dispute resolution can now be done on the My Gateway website. Director of Labor Howard Thompson Jr. says today's launch showcases the department's commitment to improving how trade unions and labor services are delivered.
These 4 services were meticulously designed to streamline operation, enhance efficiency, and most importantly, augment accessibility for trade unions, their members, and employees alike.
Thompson says on Friday the department and My Gateway will host a registration drive open to the public at the department's Rosetta Street office between the hours of 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Well, we still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for the night, repairs looking to be well underway. We'll give you details just ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, gave the opening remarks at the 2024 Carifta Aquatics Championship.
Friends, athletes, coaches, side and state against. Let's dive into this 37th Carifta Aquatics Championship and show the world what we can do. And here's to a spectacular event filled with passionate performances and unforgettable memories. And I must tell you, on behalf of the the Ministry of Tourism, I hope that you will have a magnificent time here in the Bahamas. I hope that you will return home as ambassadors for our fine country. I hope that you will tell your family and your friends that you witnessed it, and it is still better in the Bahamas.
Bahamas Aquatics President Algernon Cargill also shared his thoughts about what the Bahamas brings to the table during the championship.
It's wonderful to welcome so many spectators and tourists to the Bahamas, to see the efforts of the local organizing committee on Bahamas Aquatics as we evidence why we are the premier tourist destination as well as the premier host of Carifta. All of the delegates tell us that they really like coming to Bahamas, not just because of the swimming, but because of how nice the people are and all we're doing to ensure that they're accommodated. But what has been amazing is the prowess of our athletes, as well as the fact that they're trying so hard to showcase that all is not lost with young people and that they're doing an excellent job in being ambassadors, as well as sports ambassadors for the Bahamas, not just to Bahamas, but to the entire world.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Paisela Daxon, and this is Tourism Today.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
Hey, it's Spa Week. We got what you need. Sit back, relax, and come in for a treat. We just wanna make you smile. We will go the extra mile. Retreat Spa.
Come visit us at Baja Retreat Spa on East Bay Street. Contact us at 323-6711 or visit us online on www.bajaretreat.com.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeyes' new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand-battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on NIBrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass.
reaching new heights, a symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
World Health Day focuses on highlighting the rights of everyone everywhere to access health services so they can enjoy a good quality life.
I have a right to a healthy future to vaccine protection.
I have the right to health services that respect my religious customs.
Meron na akong karapatan.
Mwen gen dwa pou mwen jwen informasyon sou la santé nan lang ke m kompran.
I have a right to a safe working environment.
I have a right to be vaccinated against COVID-19 and other illnesses to protect me at work.
I have the right to breathe clean air.
Make the right to health a reality for all. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Human Services, HAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Woodcock Primary School students, the latest recipients of the National School Breakfast Pilot Program. Some 286 Woodcock students treated this morning to the first of 3 free hot breakfasts on campus. School Vice Principal Candace Culmer says at first some students were a little apprehensive, thinking they would have to pay.
Studies show that once students have a hot breakfast at the beginning of the day, that they will improve tremendously in school. And coming from an inner city, breakfast is very, very important. We have a lot of kids that come to school that don't have anything hot to eat. So the fact that Woodcock Primary School has been chosen for a school to pilot this program, we are so excited about that.
Second graders History Lockhart and Julia Haley gave approval to the meals that consisted of grits with steamed tuna or tuna salad or sausage, a go-gurt, and water. Vice Principal Culmer was grateful.
It is very delicious. It was good.
The administrative staff, students would like to send a special thank you to the Minister of Education for allowing our students to be enrolled in such an awesome initiative. The students are very grateful for the breakfast, and we're hoping to see an improvement in our academic performance based on this.
Well, keeping the good news going this evening, the 12-year-old boy school attendance officials found living alone in a car last year is said to be doing well, attending school, and living in a stable environment. Education Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, adding that officials will meet with parents tomorrow to determine how they can play a more significant role in sustaining their child's development.
Understand that not every child comes to the table in the same way. Some come with escalating challenges, trauma. Others come very balanced and settled in good environment or healthy environment. But some are more challenged with what they face. And we don't want children are children. They call that for a reason. And so it's our obligation and duty to ensure that we put in place the mechanisms within the context of the school reality to promote the child's well-being and healthy development.
Well, now that the Easter break's behind them, students are back hard in the books in hopes of acing upcoming national examinations. The reality, though, is that many youngsters still face challenges that need to be addressed. Here's Education Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, again, who's giving her take on what can possibly turn this around.
One of them is by the University of the Bahamas. They talk about factors that impact student learning outcomes. What impacts a child doing well or not doing well? So we got a preliminary report and we're reviewing that. Additionally, we are doing a study in mathematics because our students tend not to do well in goodly numbers with mathematics. So we're going to be looking at the factors that influence performance in mathematics. In science, that's another challenging area. We're bringing in an education officer with singular focus for science and primary school students to start them early.
The education minister also attributing legacy issues to some of the vulnerabilities students experience.
So we want to create an atmosphere and environment on the school campus where the student feels motivated, the morale is high, and we want the same for our teachers. We formed a teachers morale committee, and we've done some things to enhance the morale of teachers, because that's also a challenge globally. And so we're also doing that on a parallel basis.
Well, budding entrepreneurs here in New Providence getting an opportunity this past weekend to showcase their business ventures during an event organized by teens. Fusion Superplex, the venue for Teen Zone, featuring, you guessed it, teen vendors. Organizers Stephen Hanna, Katya Archer, and Tristan Stubbs shared these words of advice to young, aspiring business owners.
Back in 2020, when I saw teenagers starting to sell their products, they wanted a bigger platform and more business awareness. So I decided to bring it to my parents, and I decided to bring along my friends with it.
Well, exposure is very important when it comes to business or entrepreneurship, because getting your brand or your name out there is the most important thing to help you push yourself forward.
I would tell teenagers to just get started, just do it. Don't hold on, don't wait for it. Just try and do it.
Leaning on the event's theme, Youth Empower, I Empower, Be Empowered, wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, shared nuggets of wisdom.
Now, I would be remiss if I didn't take time out to highlight the excellent work of Leaders Motivate wherever you are. You are about uplifting and bettering the citizens of the Bahamas. This youth-led group repeatedly proves the power of connection in bringing about significant change. I want to say that about Leaders Motivate. And it is my sincere hope that this group, Leaders Motivate, this group of young people, continue to make significant change and be a beacon of hope and inspiration in our communities through their hosting of fundraisers like this one for worthwhile organizations and championing projects to address very complex topics of young people.
Ode to Dawn Saunders, the topic of this week's As I See It, how a senior producer, Tanya Smith-Cartwright, gives a heartfelt tribute to slain former Tall Pines MP Dawn Saunders, calling the former House of Assembly Deputy Speaker a family man, churchman, loyal friend, father, and husband. Saunders was recently killed in the Gambia area. As we've reported, 2 men were arraigned this morning for his murder. As I See It is published on our website, znsbahamas.com, and our social media platforms every Monday. Through this column, Smith-Cartwright explores a multitude of trending, controversial, hot topics and brings them to us as she sees them. Also to come, our feature story of the night, solar eclipse reaction. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Andy, turns out I'm allergic to the Australian veggie spread.
Ooh, thankfully CG will cover you anywhere in the world. Remember when I went to Australia for my title fight? Trust me when I say you do not want to get in the ring with a kangaroo. It wasn't until my victory dinner with the Sultan that I realized top shelf caviar doesn't agree with me. But I was covered. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm teaching your cousin how to use a flamethrower.
Medical cover anywhere in the world. CG Atlantic Medical and Life. Good like that.
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
April showers you with savings at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.19. Nesca yellow grits, 1 pound, $1.49. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $3.75. Boneless pork chop or roast, $2.79 per pound. All-purpose potatoes, 5-pound bag, $4.99. Save every day at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Exuma came alive over the weekend for the Miss Teen Bahamas International Preliminary Competition. The contestants representing their home islands took to the stage to compete for the title and the chance to represent the Bahamas on the international pageant scene. Devontae Hanna has more.
The island of Exuma being taken by storm over the weekend as the 9 contestants vying for the title of Miss Teen Bahamas International dazzled the stage. Sandals Emerald Bay becoming the scene of the pageant's preliminary competition, a night of beauty and surprises.
It was exciting to see, the girls show their confidence, their poise, their elegance, their grace, because it's nerve-wracking once you walk in front of people. It's nerve-wracking, but it was very nice to watch, to look at the fashion, the creativity they presented. Oh, I loved it. I enjoyed it.
Dozens of supporters flocked to the conference room, watching the ladies compete for the top 5 spots to be revealed on the final night of competition, which will then choose who will represent the country on the international stage.
I think all the girls were beautiful. They performed well. And somehow we got to encourage young girls and even our young men to stand up and stand out.
I guess the trainers now here in the Bahamas are training them very well to take it into an international platform. It was very nice to watch. Enjoyed it. They have it.
The night capped off with Junkanoo and fun under the patronage of Deputy Prime Minister and Area Representative the Honourable Chester Cooper, who was most pleased with the heads and beds and the busy scene the pageant created on the island.
But throughout the Exuma Keys, the island of Exuma, we've been blessed by God with the natural beauty, and we're matching that now with the work that we're putting in, and this work is going to continue.
And in just 3 weeks, these ladies will be back on the stage at the Atlantis Ballroom on April 28th to find out exactly who will be crowned Miss Teen Bahamas International. In the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks, Devontae. It's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil, Eclipse Monday, we're calling it here in the studios. We had our own little gathering outside to see the eclipse. Did you cast your eyes to the skies as well to see a little something here or there?
I did, but did not have the proper apparatus. But in any event, we did not experience a total eclipse here in the Bahamas, just a partial eclipse. But the part of total eclipse really took us through Mexico, Texas area, right into Maine and upper portions of New York today. Those are the areas where you couldn't get a glimpse of the total eclipse. But if you live long enough, I promise you, in 2045, that's 21 years from now, we will have a total eclipse here in the Bahamas, which will be visible in New Providence, particularly the western end of New Providence, the Georgetown, Exuma area, southern Long Island, the southern portion of Acklands, and the eastern end of Inagua. Those are the areas that will be most desirable to watch that eclipse in 2045. So I wish you well. I don't know if I will be around, but right now, outside of our studios, partly cloudy skies, temperature at 71 degrees, relative humidity 61%. The winds are picking up east-northeast at 15 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,020.7 millibars. That is 30.14 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening, we get some 71s in Marshall, Babico, Green Toll Key, and Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 72. Allenstown, Bimini, a little 74 there, 71 in Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 81 degrees, 82 in Kemps Bay, South Andros. Black Point, Exuma at 80 degrees, 71 in Otterstown, Cat Island. San Salvador at 70, Rum Key, 73 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma, 78 degrees, 74 in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Ackland's at 75, Matchitani, Nagua, 78, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 75 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight for the northwestern Bahamas through Tuesday, you can anticipate an easterly flow at 12 to 18 knots. The wave height 3 to 6 feet. So we ask the small craft to exercise caution through Tuesday in the northwestern islands. Now the high tide that will take place at 8:33 tonight, a second high tide at 8:54 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands tonight through Tuesday, winds also out of the east, slightly stronger at 15 to 20 knots, and the wave height 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. So once again, small craft actually exercise caution in the central and southeastern islands through Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, for all areas, the winds become southeast at 15 to 20 knots, maintaining the caution flags, wave heights 4 to 7 feet. High tide takes place at 9:43 in the morning with a low tide at 3:52 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Scream and shout, I had fire and brimstone coming out of my mouth. I'm ex-Roma, cause I'm the yeah, man.
And that's got to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal South Shores. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email Bahamas sales at rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Today, the members of the Bahamas government and the government of the Republic of China coming together to make sure that everything will be in place for what is the upcoming World Relay, still set to take place here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium on the 4th and the 5th of next month. As it stands right now, everything is in order. They're saying the repairs will be complete, and it looks as if the Bahamas will be the ultimate host for the upcoming event. As the renovation process continues at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, members of the Bahamas government, as well as representatives of the People's Republic of China, converging today for a press conference, re-emphasizing the partnership between the two nations as they work to complete the project ahead of the World Relays May 4th through 5th. Minister of Youth, Sport and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, thanking the Chinese government for their assistance.
Let me first take this opportunity as Minister and Ministry responsible for these facilities to give thanks to the People's Republic of China, led by Ambassador Dai, for their commitment and dedication to ensuring that the repairs to these facilities is taken and upkept. These investments by the People's Republic of China is not just merely investment on facilities where we just have sporting activities, but there are investment on facilities for the further growth and development of our young people that makes them productive citizens in this country.
The minister adding that there will be some added perks as well that will be a boost when hosting various events.
When you look at the man camp that is being built right now, it's also going to be a great investment for our student athletes, as when we host national teams for preparations, we'll be able to use those facilities as housing facilities for those athletes.
Meanwhile, the World Relays pre-show will also take place on the 4th and 5th and will highlight some of the top junior athletes in the region. B3A's president and local organizing committee chairman, Jamaica Archer, excited about the event and its possibilities.
I liken this event as the DNA of track and field, where the priority of the Federation is to ensure that this becomes a legacy of our sport. And long after the World Relays would have come and gone, we can look forward to having an event that showcases not only our junior athletes, but also to consider the future of our sport, which would be our kids' athletics program.
Shifting focus to golf, where local golf legend Glenn Pratt was recently honored for his accomplishments in the sport. Charles Fisher has the story.
Presently, he's the president of the Bahamas Professional Golfers Association. Glenn Pratt has given over 51 years to the sport.
I got started at Blue Hills Golf Course. I used to live in Yellow Elder Garden. I used to go over there to look for golf balls to sell to the golfers and all that stuff. Found an old Ben Elgin 6-iron. Then in the evening time after school, I'd go there and watch the guys play golf, and then I'd go and try to emulate what I see them doing. And that's how I got started. That was around 1972, 71, 72.
Now he's being inducted into a prestigious organization next month, May 26th.
It's a tribute to the work I did while I was in the United States. And it was surprising because I didn't expect it. And, I left there and I thought, I did my part there and I'm home now and I'm going to focus all my energy on trying to build a future for the next generation of golf pros that come in. And then I get a call that, hey, you're being nominated first. I was nominated by Jesse Allen, who was one of the last of the really top black professionals in the United States from the old school. And then I was told that I was accepted in by the board of directors to be inducted into the African American Golfers Hall of Fame, which is a first. I'm the first foreign golf professional to be inducted into the African American Golfers Hall of Fame.
A man who does not show any emotions except on the course, this one means a lot.
My reaction was, the work continues. We got a lot of work to do, but it was pleasant. It was pleasant. It felt good. I'm excited about it. I'm excited and I'm appreciative to the organization that decided that they will induct me into the African American Golfers Hall of Fame this year.
And he has teed off with some of the most influential persons in this world.
Steve Harvey being one of my students. So Lyndon Finland was my hero. I mean, you know, he was one that I could talk to anytime. You know, you could just call him up and say, you want to have a conversation, he'll tell you, come on over. And so you felt a part of the nation at that time. You felt like you were an important part of being Bahamian and really being involved in the development of the country. And now it's, you know, it's a little bit different now.
We'll have much more from Prad on Tuesday when he speaks about golfing in the Bahamas. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's your check on sports for you here on this Monday. Don't go anywhere. We do have our Monday weather forecast just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, area of high pressure will dominate our weather over the next several days, rendering moderate breezes right through Thursday. But come Friday, we expect a front system to move into the northwest Bahamas that will bring with it some clouds, some showers, and even some isolated thunderstorms along with it. And then a nice little cool down will take place thereafter. Tonight, though, we're looking at rather cloudy and breezy conditions. Low temperatures starting to warm up. We have a low of 70 degrees tonight. And tomorrow, partly sunny and breezy again with 78 degrees as your high temperature. The extended weather forecast. Lovely weather right through Thursday, but come Friday, there comes the cloud, there comes the showers, and temperatures peaking at 85 degrees on Friday, just ahead of that front boundary. Once it goes through, we will see temperatures dropping once again, where we'll get you back into the 60s as of Friday night, and that will be with us right through the weekend before we start to see a warming trend taking place the early part of next week. Mikishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And now we spoke of the eclipse earlier, but not since 1979 has there been this much excitement stretched across the region, throughout Mexico, and all the way up to Canada for a chance at seeing a total eclipse. Online reports estimate that way back then, roughly 1 million Earthlings showed up at various places for this rarest of sightings. Fast forward to today, and records were again shattered. Though, as Corville Pyfrom found here, reaction was a bit more measured.
The only thing that seemed to eclipse today's total eclipse was the amount of media attention surrounding this event. Monday's eclipse is the first to occur across North America in almost a decade, from Mexico to Texas up to Niagara and then Maine, with stops to otherwise obscure towns and cities. Everyone appeared swept up in eclipse mania. So what happened here? Well, here at Junkanoo Beach, it does not appear as though the total eclipse excitement has gripped everybody. These sun revelers are just happy that the weather's great, the sun is out, and they say, well, that's good enough for them. Eclipse or not, these beachgoers were here to have fun, and sky tricks weren't going to steal their thunder or even darken their skies. Note this reaction from Jade from Savannah, Georgia. Once in a generation total eclipse that we're supposed to witness.
Didn't it happen like 5 years ago? 5 years ago?
Well, not a total.
Oh. I was excited about our cruise.
And honestly, who could blame her? She was having a great time out in the sun, out on the beach. We are otherwise a hot spot, not for this particular solar eclipse. These Italian and Spanish guests, though, say just being here suits them fine. They were, by the way, seriously searching for that eclipse.
I'm very excited, to be here and in Nassau, especially.
I saw you up earlier looking up. They say you're not to look directly at it, though, right?
Yeah, I tried to see the sun, but here from this position is not good to see the total eclipse. You know? But I think it's a little bit of eclipse. But you need the good sunglasses to see it better.
We're really excited. We really want to see it. We love Bahamas, we love Nassau, so it's a perfect place to see it.
So at the end of the day, did Total Eclipse 2024 live up to all the hype? Look, we were never in the direct path of totality. And the thing is, the experts say, well, we'll get another shot at it in 25 years. We'll see you then. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
Well, thanks, Corvell. As you just heard, there's always 2045. And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Dale's Crazy TV is brought to you by Capital Lumber, Palmdale Furniture, Twin Brothers Seafood and Steakhouse. We buy, you sell.